Our next film is Back to the Future Part 3, a most satisfying conclusion to the action comedy series about time travel. I really liked the original film. I thought the second was dull as dishwater, but number 3 is just fine as Michael J. Fox and his scientist friend Christopher Lloyd wind up back in the Old West of 1885. And thanks to his expertise with video games, Michael J. Fox proves to be an expert marksman at a Western town carnival.
Listen, can I try that again? Yeah, go on. Hey, just tell me one thing. Where'd you learn to shoot like that? 7-Eleven.
Part 3 also brings back some of the adult emotions of the original film as Christopher Lloyd falls in love with a school teacher played by the always delightful Mary Steenburgen.
I think a lens may be out of alignment because if you move it this way, the image turns fuzzy. See? But if you turn it the other way, then
everything becomes clear.
They're great together. Naturally, there is a six-gun showdown in the movie as Michael J. Fox angers the local tough guy who doesn't like his nickname.
You're Mad Dog Tannen. Mad Dog. I hate that name. I hate it. You hear? Nobody calls me Mad Dog. Especially not some duded up, egg-sucking gutter trash.
And they do have a shootout in the street in the western town at the not at high noon, at low 8 o'clock. Those scenes each work on their own, but they are made more special because the characters are fiddling with the past and possibly influencing the future. Back to the Future Part 3 looks great. It's obvious that they have spent tens of the millions of dollars they made with this series. Gorgeous western settings. I love a nostalgic shot of Mary Steenburgen, remember, in a beautiful purple dress standing next to that green train, green railroad car. Top-flight writing and fine performances all around.
I don't know, Gene. I didn't like it as much as you did, and one of the problems is, as a Western movie, this didn't work very well. Now, if you add all of the time travel onto the top of it and your memory of the 2 previous movies in the series, I suppose that would help. But the problem is, this Western town is a movie Western town. It's straight out of cliches. There's even Pat Buttram drinking in the bar.
I like
along
seeing
with
him.
A couple of other guys. Dub Taylor was in the bar,
right.
too, I think.
I love seeing those guys.
And so wouldn't it have been more interesting if Michael J. Fox had gone back to the real Old West instead of to the movie Old West and gone back to a real time in the past rather than a fictional time in the past?
Well, he's going to a fictional time in the future when in Part 2, and you enjoyed that picture. So, you know, the question is, was it entertaining?
Yeah, but the problem here is, you see, there isn't as much time travel or paradox in this movie. Basically, once they get back there, it becomes a Western.
Right? Yeah, and I like that.
Time. And it wasn't a very... If this were only a Western, you wouldn't say it was a very good Western.
It's not only a Western.
But you wouldn't say it was a good Western if it were only a Western.
But it isn't only.
But it isn't. But the Western part isn't so good.
No, no, that's where I differ with you. The part that is a Western was very entertaining for me. I just reviewed all the parts of it. The Steenburgen and Christopher Lloyd are a lot of fun together, and he has some fun with Western conventions. The movie worked for me.